Hello class, I am Happy Narang, your subject teacher of environmental science. Today's topic is environmental impact assessment. So let's start. An environmental impact assessment EIA is an assessment of the possible positive or negative impact that a proposed project may have on the environment, considering natural, social, and economic aspects. According to the International Association of Impact Assessment, that is IAIA, the process of identifying, predicting, evaluating, and mitigating the biophysical, social, and other relevant effects of development proposal prior to major decisions being taken and commitments made. EIAs began to be used in the 1960s as part of rational decision making process. It involved a technical evaluation that would lead to objective decision making. EIA was made legislation in the US in the National Environmental Policy Act, that is NEPA, in 1969. The main steps in EIS processes are screening, scoping, prediction and mitigation, management and monitoring, and audit. So first we will discuss about screening. Screening often results in categorization of the project, and from this a decision is made on whether or not a full EIA is to be carried out. Scoping is the process of determining which are the most critical issues to study and will involve community participation to some degree. It is at this early stage that EIA can most strongly influence the outline proposal. Detailed prediction and mitigation studies follow scoping and are carried out in a parallel with feasibility studies. The main output report is called an environmental impact statement and contains a detailed plan for managing and monitoring environmental impacts both during and after implementation. Finally, an audit of the EIA process is carried out sometime after implementation. The audit serves a useful feedback and learning function. As you can observe in this diagram, public consultation involves project screening is an EIA needed, scoping which impacts and issues to consider, description of the project development action, description of the environmental baseline, identification of key impacts, prediction of impacts, evaluation and assessment of significance of impacts, identification of mitigating measures, presentation of findings in an EIS including a non-technical summary, review of the EIS, decision making, post-decision monitoring, auditing of predictions and of mitigation measures. Now we will discuss the data requirement, project, type, size, location, area of potential impact, physical resources, biological resources, economic development resources, quality of life, and other existing and planned projects. Externalities of EIA are positive externalities: new jobs generated, economic growth stimulated, growth of local business enterprises supported, development of supporting and complementary industries, and influx of capital and disposable income. Now comes negative externalities, social impacts, impacts on health of local population, increase in crime and deviant behavior, additional pressure on the existing physical infrastructure, that is sewage, water supply, etc., decline in community cohesion, changed cultural values. Now comes environmental impacts, depletion of natural resources, destruction of habitats, change in pH, oxygen level, toxicity of water, increases in toxicity of air, global warming, and ozone depletion. Now we'll discuss the EIA in India. The MOEF, that is Ministry of Environments and Forest, is the agency for environmental clearance. If necessary, it may consult a committee of experts with a composition specified in a Schedule 3rd of notification. The main laws in India are Water Act in 1974, Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, Environmental Protection Act 1981. The responsible body for this is the Central Pollution Control Board. The project proponent is responsible for the preparation of the EIA statement with the help of external consultant or institution. The amount allocated and spent for preparation of EIA by the project proponents are usually abysmally low compared to the overall project cost, that is often less than 1% of overall projects. There are some drawbacks in India system, that are the lack of timely availability of reliable and authentic environmental data has been a major bottleneck in achieving the full benefits of EIA, and the environment being a multidisciplinary subject, a multitude of agencies is involved in a collection of environmental data. Now, to provide reliable data, Environmental Information Center, that is EIC, has been set up to serve a professionally managed clearinghouse of environmental information that can be used by MOEF, project proponents, consultants, NGOs, and other stakeholders involved in the process of environmental impact assessment in India. EIC stores data in GIC format and makes it available to all environmental impact assessment studies and to EIA stakeholders in a cost-effective and timely manner. There are some benefits of conducting EIA, that are facilitates informed decision making by providing clear, well structured, dispassionate analysis of the effect and consequences of proposed projects, preemption of or early withdrawal of unsound proposals, assist in the selection of alternatives, including the selection of the best practicable and most environmentally friendly option, result in best practice prediction and mitigation of adverse effect of projects, influences both projects selection and design by screening out environmentally unsound projects as well as modifying feasible projects, mitigation of negative environmental and social impacts, guides formal approval including the establishment of terms and conditions of project implementation and follow-up, mitigation of negative environmental and social impacts, serves as an adaptive organizational learning process in which the lessons of experience are feedback into policy, institutional and project design, enhancement of positive aspects. Here is conclusion. Environment impact assessment is a very beneficial step to check whether the project is environment friendly or not. Since economic development is result of interaction between natural resources and technology supported by design for people, so all human activity should be economic, social and environment friendly. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.